from Lagos, the nation's commercial capital. This is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight,
Ijoma Oyato.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, gunmen attack 2 villages in Kaduna State, kill 38 people. Medical authorities call for donation of blood for victims of yesterday's explosion in Kano. President Jonathan flags off 3 trillion naira centenary city in Abuja, urges investors to take advantage of the project. And pro-Russian rebels shoot down Ukraine army helicopter, killing 9 people on board.
On Business News tonight, Central Bank of Nigeria confirms cashless policy will commence in the remaining 30 states come July the 1st.
And on sports news tonight, former champions Italy joined England to exit the FIFA World Cup from Group D.
No fewer than 38 people have been killed in separate attacks on 2 villages in Sanga local government area of Kaduna State, northwest Nigeria. Now, it was gathered that the attacks on Kabumu village, Kirishi district, and Angpong in Nandu district were carried out simultaneously around 10 p.m. yesterday, allegedly by Fulani herdsmen. Several people were also said to have sustained injuries from gunshots during the attack and were rushed to hospital. The chairman of Sanga local government, Mr. Emmanuel Adamu, who confirmed the incident in a telephone interview with our correspondent, said many women and children were among the 38 killed. Meanwhile, the state governor, Mukhtar Yero, has condemned the attack on the 2 villages, describing it as a provocative act. In a statement by his Director General, Media and Publicity, Ahmed Miyaki, the governor condoled with the families of the victims, urging them to remain calm. Well, the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria may rise if the issue of safety in schools is not addressed urgently. This is according to the Executive Secretary of the Federal Capital Territories Education Board, Mr. Kabiru Usman, who explains that illiteracy is a major factor fueling insurgency in the northeast. Mr. Kabiru was addressing a forum organized by the National Orientation Agency on Security Awareness for Schools in the nation's capital, Abuja.
The abduction of over 200 girls in a secondary school in Chibok, Borno State, showed Nigerians the need for security in the nation's schools. This forum is a proactive measure for school administrators to understand what steps to be taken against the activities of terrorists and other criminals in the country.
Securing our schools is everybody's business, and safe schools are among the enduring legacies any society can bequeath to its posterity. Let us therefore come together and provide the enabling environment for our children to pursue the noble quest for knowledge without fear of intimidation.
What is even more worrying is that lack of education has been attributed as one of the many causes of the insurgency in the first place.
Drawing from lessons learned from the insecurity, administrators say they are security conscious and have already taken steps to protect their schools.
We sensitize these students on the security issues. If you visit our schools, you'll discover all our staff have their name tag and their ID card. And we sensitize the students to make sure that if they observe any foreign body coming into the school, we have security committees that are always on ground to monitor the movement of people, movement of things, and to make sure that things are orderly done in our schools.
With the knowledge we are acquired today, it will still help us as a school administrator. If you see any strange person in the school, if you see anybody parking car anyhow, see anybody moving about, then we're able to challenge he or she or who that person is.
The federal government, through the Safe School Initiative, hopes to provide greater security in schools, especially in the north. Hopefully, that initiative and sensitization like this would increase the number of children in schools.
I invite the Secretary of Education for your goodwill message, sir. Please come.
Now, still in security matters, the governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima, is worried about reports making the rounds that over 60 people, including women and children, have been abducted by suspected militants from several villages in the state. The governor, through his special advisor on communications, Issa Gusau, said he has since been directing the chairman of the Damboa local government area and other government officials from the affected areas to make very urgent but accurate inquiries and report to him for appropriate actions. Explaining that he views the reported abduction seriously, the governor noted that such weighty developments require careful inquiry in order to obtain the right information. A federal high court in Abuja has dismissed the case instituted against the governors of Kwara, Rivers, Adamawa, Sokoto and Kano states by the People's Democratic Party, seeking to declare their seats vacant for defecting to the opposition party, the All Progressive Congress. The suit was dismissed on the grounds of failure by the PDP to properly serve the originating summons and other court processes on the defendants. Justice Gabriel Kolawole ruled that the issue of service of originating summons by the plaintiff is fundamental before any court can take further action against any defendant. He then dismissed the case pending the time the plaintiff will comply with the law in the service of the originating summons on the governors. Well, 7 police officers have been decorated with their new ranks by the Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Abubakar. The officers, ranking from Assistant Commissioners to Assistant Inspector Generals, are among 210 senior officers recently promoted by the Police Service Commission. Mr. Abubakar warned that the Commission will not hesitate to withdraw the promotion of any officer if they are found wanting.
Surrounded by family and friends, these newly promoted officers, which includes the first public relations officer, Mr. Frank Kumba, who was promoted to the rank of Assistant Commissioner of Police, were decorated with their new ranks by the Inspector General of Police. To whom much is given, much is expected. That is the message of the Inspector General of Police to the newly promoted officers. He warned that complacency could attract a withdrawal of the promotion.
The fact that you are promoted means you have more challenges, you have other responsibilities, you have to do more, you have to behave more, and we expect leadership in all respect of your actions, and vice versa to all other ranks, because we shall not hesitate to do otherwise. When you believe that you are promoted and you abandon those responsibilities that you're supposed to discharge, and your behavior and your mannerism change negatively, and you cannot project the good image of the service and the country at large.
The most senior of the promoted officers, AIG Grace Okudo, assured the police management and the public of their dedication to duty by ensuring the security of lives and properties. These 7 officers are part of the over 210 officers recently approved for promotion by the Police Service Commission. Amaka Okafo, Channels Television News.
A look at some politics now, and members of the Edo State House of Assembly are still unable to carry out their legislative duties as they are embroiled in crisis. The latest twist in the drama is the allegation of an assassination attempt leveled against Kabiru Ajoto, an APC lawmaker, by one of the suspended legislators, Patrick Iluobe, following an armed attack on him last Sunday.
Again, the Edo legislators converged on the complex of the State House of Assembly, where they had engaged in a free-for-all on Monday. As the waiting game continues, a PDP lawmaker accuses his colleague from the APC of plotting to eliminate him, and that generated this argument.
I'm still crying loud to the whole world to hear that my family life is in danger, my own life is in danger. I still stand to say today that if anything happens to me, my family member, Kabiru Ajoto, should be held responsible.
The police have since refuted that allegation, that it was an armed robbery attack, well known to them, and that they are not, the police say they are not aware. So I have served him with the necessary process. He has to prove how I was involved in that incident.
The Edo State Commissioner of Police is again the mediator.
Everything has been done to make sure this crisis does not escalate. The supporters or thugs, if you will, have been kept very far from here. What happened yesterday is so unfortunate, and I've told them in clear terms that such a repeat of such would not be entertained at all.
After 5 hours of making no headway, the two factions adjourn, hoping to find a way out of the logjam another day.
In part 2, after the break, Nigerians in diaspora get approval of National Conference to vote in the country's future elections. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.